thought. My luck turning for the worse. Seems hereditary at this point. Hopefully, summons issued by the lawyer won't take too long. Lawyers. Wretched scoundrels. But the more I think about it, the more predictable it becomes. Being surprised was the last emotion I felt at the news. The one and only Westmark. A title I now bear. I guess it's my duty to survive now, no matter how distorted that burden may be. When this letter arrived, I believed it to be a poor joke to rile me up. Shove the recent death of my mother back into my face. I was right in some twisted way. On my father's side of the family, a nephew I never knew existed had disappeared and been declared dead. I had been named the heir of the Westmark fortune.
God, you are so gloomy. Grief is fine and all, but you didn't even know these people.
Ambrose, not now.
Fine, fine. Just wanted to help out.
I suppose there is one good thing born from this tragedy. The family heirloom. Its safety is now my only priority. Been with the Westmarks for generations, and holding knowledge acquired through dedicated research.
Yes, and it would be helpful if you know how to interpret the damn thing. It's the book that got us into this situation.
Well, it doesn't help it being written in a dead language.
Whoa there!
Oh, for God's sake. This is the 5th time you've stopped. Do you really want to get paid the other half?
Nah, not it, sir. I need to relieve myself, if you don't mind. Won't take too long. Oh, not too long at all.
It's happening. The copious drinks finally getting to the man. It's a wonder why the driver did not stop earlier to relieve himself. Or why I even took him up on the offer to guide me.
The man was on the border between sobriety and complete inebriation when we met him at the pub. You get what you pay for. He should have been here by now.
I bet he just tipped over.
That sounds like trouble.
Sounds serious indeed. Better go and...
It's locked. You need to force it to open. been worse.
How quaint. I tread along this path for what feels like an eternity. Nothing but trees. Oh!
Oh, my apologies. So sorry. I thought you were...
That was too close for comfort.
Sorry. Arlington is the name. I'm just cleaning up these lands. Why are you out here? You don't seem the type to frolic in the dark.
We arrived with a carriage, but the driver got attacked by something a few kilometers back that way. He looks into the direction I point at, but with no surprise in his eyes. The stranger appears to be in his 30s.
Well, I need to get into town anyway. Want to have some company.
Such an odd man.
Don't be a rude old
You aren't from around here, are you?
I am here on...
Family.
Yes, a dead family, actually. My nephew.
I'm sorry to hear that. You are one...
How did you know?
What is that book you are carrying around? You keep looking around.
It's a family heirloom. Shh. He stretches out his hand to stop me while staring straight ahead with sharp eyes. A being.
Stay quiet and go over.
Herbert, this man. Are we sure he really means well? I am not really a human, so I wouldn't know anything about human interactions. But this person gives me the shivers.
I turn around as a reflex. Guess I have a lot of residual adrenaline left to make me jump. But there is no one. The man has vanished. Not even...
Oh, forget about him. Come on now, Herb.
Don't...
Ahem. Remember how we met?
My first magical incantation.
It's the bane of my existence. I'm stuck around your neck because you made a mistake.
Come now, it was my first time.
That's no excuse. You tried to help that nice lady.
Patricia.
Excuse me, Patricia. You exorcised me, but instead of sending me home, you attached me to you. A simple spelling mistake.
We will find a way to get you home. Kind of why I saved the transcript of the incantation. To be... Sometimes I wonder if all this happens for a reason. As if all this needs to occur in order for me to become a better man, or whatever those wise men usually say.
Judging from my observations, you should be wise at this age, but you have a hard time learning from your mistakes.
Shh. Hear that?
You just want to get me quiet. I get it.
No. The birds, the wind. It all stopped. Sometimes I wonder if all this happens for a reason.
Judging from my observations, you should...
Shh.
You just...
No. Sometimes I wonder if all this happens for a reason. As if all this needs to occur in order for me to become a better man, or whatever those wise men usually say.
Judging...
Shh.
You...
No.
Could have been worse. What was that thing?
I don't know. I've never seen anything of the sort before. Perhaps these foreign...
Do you really believe that?
I came here for one thing. Answers. Answers for the
Right. Thinking your family and the estate may hold...
Let us just... Aha!
Took a while.
Bournemouth. Peculiar name for a peculiar town. Minuscule signs of life, the odd footsteps in the drying mud, and hints of chimney smoke still hanging in the air, appear to fade away. It's as if the people of this town don't wish to be known or found. Rare glimpses of the townsfolk send shivers down my spine. A few of them look as if they were plucked out of a grave, all scrawny and pale-looking.
You better keep your distance from these people. They don't seem to be the friendly type.
Unsurprisingly, there is only one establishment open this late at night. Getting a room shouldn't be very difficult when taking in the state of the building. It must have seen better days. But neither me nor Ambrose are deterred. Sleep is desperately needed if I want to keep my full wits about me. After all, first impressions are essential to lawyers. Good evening. I am in need of a room for the night. Do you have anything available? A bleak expression is the response to my inquiry. No polite hello to a possible paying lodger. Instead, the man continues to give signs of disinterest, although his gaze never strays from me.
Not the chatty type.
A vacant stare back.
That was fun. Do it again. He must hate his job dearly. What if we sign the ledger?
There. Thank you. What a night. After a hard, back-straining mattress and moaning neighbors, I can hardly believe the price for the room is worth the amount of sleep gained.
You are nagging more than my father.
Ambrose, don't start now. It's too early for... The receptionist guided me through the hallways. I could tell a well-off lawyer works here, judging by the opulent decor. And that they could afford all this in a small town like Bournemouth is baffling.
He seems to be very proper indeed.
The receptionist told me to wait for Mr. Brooks in the office. So, here I am, waiting. I rummaged through letters and other random things in the bin. I hope to dig something up on this Cecil character. What I do find is a
Sorry for keeping you waiting. I've had quite a busy time lately. Welcome. Please.
Of all the humans in your world that you've shown me, this one takes the prize. He looks like a...
You're a long way from home, Herbert. Care for a drink?
Yes, thank you.
Herbert, remember your promise? We wouldn't want to go through what happened last year again.
On second thought, I've...
So, you're here because you are the only living relative left on record. Well, due to the circumstances we found ourselves at, the time has passed since the event of Theodore being declared deceased has created some problems for us here at the office. We are looking at 4 years of no contact.
Excuse me, I don't really follow.
Oh, well, Theodore, your nephew, was declared missing for quite some time after the incident with the estate because no body was found.
But I haven't had any contact with him since he was a lad.
But after 4 years, the police have now filed the missing person as deceased. That's why we haven't contacted you until now. Also, you are a hard man to track down, I might add.
He grins at me with a sleazy smile while rolling the glass between his fingers. I am hard to track down, but I do have an address.
Herbert, I don't think this man is worth the hassle. Just get it over with.
So Theodore could still be alive out there?
No one really knows, but feel free to look. It's not often missing people around here pop up.
The estate is still part of the Westmark family, right?
Yes and no. It's a legal fine line at this point. Now that you're here, we could start the judicious process of retaking those grounds.
So everything my family built is just rubble? Nothing survived?
The incident really did something to that place. Not much left there, I'm afraid. But legally, you are allowed to overtake the premises and take whatever original assets you find that belong to the Westmarks. I recommend you go see it for yourself.
Is it livable?
I haven't seen the place for myself. People say it's basically a large crate.
Maybe we should cut our losses and head home.
But what if there are clues as to what happened? Besides, I didn't travel this far for nothing. Right, I am growing older by the minute. What are we talking about here? Is it money? Do I get the estate?
Yes and no. I suggest once you sign the deed to go to the estate and have a look at what you want to do with the place. Any monetary gains left by the Westmarks here have been sorted by the bank, loans and whatnot. I took a small commission for writing up the deed, and so the remaining fortune is at $20.
The sleazy bastard tells me those numbers with a condescending tone and a smile I would like to crush barehanded. The travel expenses alone were more than that. I tell myself not to make a scene and just sign the darn papers.
Ah, there we go. You can keep the pen. Oh, pleasure doing business with you. And if you have any questions, you can always come back to me.
He seems quite nice. We should check out that estate. Maybe we will find some answers as to what happened to your family and get some closure.
Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Could you check on George by the lighthouse? He owes me a visit, but I haven't heard back from him in quite a while.
Oh, I don't know.
There's barely anyone left in town to ask for help. You see, they will lose everything they own if they don't contact me soon.
I slowly nod my head in disbelief that I'm taking on a request when I've just been bamboozled out of a fortune. Phew. Just what I needed.
It's getting late. Better get some rest before we move on.
Oh, that is interesting.
actually did it.
Hello.
Who might you be?
Not too many travelers in these parts. Are you alone? I knew that. Is that friend of yours? Never able to leave him, are you?
Does he see me?
Impressive. Hey, what are you doing here?
Come closer. I am a humble trader, trying to make ends meet. For the rate of coin, I will let you purchase a card of gold. Always a pleasure doing business with a fellow traveler. I will be seeing you two around.
A dusty and claustrophobic feeling creeps over me as I enter the silent hall. The place seems well stocked with literature for such a small town. Who knows what knowledge might be hiding here?
You humans and the desire to scribble thoughts down, I will never understand.
A lady sits at the top of a ladder with books between her arms and legs, while digging her face deep into a historical textbook. I want to make contact, but hesitation grabs me for a moment.
Oh, a new one. Wait there, I'll be right down.
Yes,
Ah, so that's why. As you can see...
But you hold an impressive amount of books for such a small building.
A complimentary man. That will get you far in life. And yes, we do love to keep our writings stuck since... No, never mind.
Since... I lift the corners of my lips into an attempted smile, prompting her to sharpen her gaze.
You should really look in a mirror. You seem as if you're about to threaten the poor woman.
Ah, shh. Say, you wouldn't have any historical records regarding the Westmark family?
Well, certainly. I believe it's in the row furthest back. Come, I'll show you.
She stops near a bookshelf, and her face frowns as she shuffles through the shelf, seeming a bit perplexed.
That's not right. There looks to be volumes missing. The information you were looking for is not here, I'm afraid.
Oh, really? Has it been misplaced?
I keep a strict order on everything here. I will have to see if it's been reported missing or if they're misplaced. Excuse me.
And do you see who checked the information last?
I just have a last name jotted down. Craven. Does not say any more than that.
Is there anyone in town who knows my father Benjamin or nephew Theodore?
Only one person knows all the people who lived in these parts. Only one that is still with us is Father Malone at the church. You could go ask him.
Thanks for the help. A dusty relic, which must be older than the town itself, rests upon a large pedestal at the far edge of the library, nestled in the shadows and seemingly unimportant. Lit, but still hardly legible due to its no doubt old age. As I approach this tome, a feeling of insignificance overwhelms. The papers are so thin that they almost crumble between my fingers, but the scribbles on them appear otherworldly. It's hard to describe. Seems similar to my own All books sit neatly stacked on the dusty shelves in an organized mess only the librarian could decipher. I stumble upon a strange contraption with symbols built into the bookshelf. I think I can use this note to crack the code. interesting. guess so.
I am a humble trade. Always a pleasure. I will be.
Hey,
You? Effective.
Oh dear, didn't see you there. Well, that.
hey, as all books sit neatly stacked on the dusty shelves in an organized mess only the librarian could decipher. I stumble upon a strange contraption with symbols built into the bookshelf. I think
You actually did it.
aha! There we go. Ah, the dusty notes and old wrinkled documents are lying hidden in this secret. Don't.
Oh, wait up. I did go through the records, and no one has checked that section for years. Though there is a possibility of someone coming in and just taking it. We don't hold guards at the door or anything like that, so smuggling things out really isn't a challenge.
That's odd. Why would anyone take a thing like that?
I don't know. I apologize.
A rusted metal mailbox stands on a wobbly stick shoved into the ground. Touching it would tip it over. It's a surprise the wind hasn't taken it. The name on it has weathered away. There's only one letter left. M.
My guess is that nobody's been living here for some time now.
The house is situated on a hill. No signs of life in the windows. The house from this distance looks decrepit and eerie. The place gives me the creeps just looking at it.
Are you lost?
As I look down the well, a faint smell of sulfur emanates out of the deep, dark abyss. I lean in to try and have a look.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. The well is tainted.
Tainted? Like poison?
We don't drink the water from here. Nobody knows why, but some water supplies have started to smell, and those who drank it haven't been feeling too well afterwards.
Maybe you should have a sip. I know you like those strong drinks.
I'm Edith Fletcher, by the way.
Herbert Westmark. Pleasure to meet you.
Westmark. I know you lie. That's the house.
No such luck. I am the brother of Benjamin Westmark. Did you see what happened?
Somewhat. I saw it, but I don't know if I can believe it. The house levitated. Then it disappeared, like some dark shape swallowed it whole. After that, the perpetual night fell over us, and the fog covered our lands. Mad things started to happen around town. None really.
That is fascinating. I mean, oh, that is horrible.
Can you tell me more about the people who took over the estate?
Not really. I never met them, and they keep to themselves on the east side. But I swear, I have seen them haul people in cages across the roads like cattle.
Do you know anything about the disappearances around these parts? I've heard that Bournemouth's population has been dwindling.
Look around you. Anyone can see that something isn't right here. I don't know what's going on, but I do know not to wander around in them damn woods, I tell you that. The outskirts are haunted. Got lost with my brother when we were getting back from our fishing trip.
But you are quite a bit out of town. Do you live here?
All right, come closer. I don't live here. My brother does. We had plans to meet up, but he's nowhere to be found. It's been 2 days, so please understand my extreme agitation. Oh,
Sure.
my brother went outside for supplies. Would you mind having an eye out for him?
Shouldn't be too hard.
I'm also heading east, but on another route. Maybe we can meet up along the way?
No problem. I'll see what I can do.
Right, now let's get moving. and stay dead.
A repugnant smell covers the spread of this lake. Have to tread the waters carefully so I don't disturb whatever foul thing rests here.
Careful, Herb. I can't swim. Hey, look, there's a backpack down there.
Hello?
Is that a man?
I don't want to know.
Ah, we meet again. Good choice. Goodbye.
Na kontak shot. Sadatuku. Neka shuktu.
A dark forest grove lies before me, lit by two robed men holding torches. They are standing next to a metal cage on wheels and seem to be waiting for something. They must be the people behind all this.
Might be. What are we going to do?
Hey, you there! What do you want?
while.
The air is heavy, and moisture hangs low, hugging the old masoned stonework pylons surrounding the graveyard. A black cast-iron gate greets me with a whining noise as it moves aside. The thick fog isn't as prominent here, because the whole plot is situated a bit above ground. Sprawling detailing in the Gothic style is prominent in the arches, as well as the windows, though the windows have bars on them to protect from looters. As I approach the building, I search around for anything that could get the heavy chain and padlock to break. The door is thick and heavy, and feels as if it is stuck.
Come on and push it. Maybe it will budge. Ah, weak
The gravestones lay chaotically dispersed across an uneven mossy ground. Dead lay here, resting. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I remember. Dead doesn't always mean what that word entails. I tend to have a propensity to end up in superstition due to my line of work. Though now I'm not really on the job. I just want to leave town and rest in front of a fireplace with a fine tea, but I also want to know more about what happened here and why my family has disappeared. There stands a monstrous viney tree in the center of the plot, surrounded by cobblestones. In its branches hang small straw dolls bound by wax strings. This sort of magic hasn't been seen for years. I've studied its effects on the otherworldly as protection against evil, but never seen them up close. I neared the low-hanging dolls to have a closer look, sensing someone was approaching me from behind. I do not like being followed.
Sir, nobody gets past my grounds without me knowing about it.
I suppose you are the groundskeeper.
I'm Boris. Been the caretaker for over 40 years now. Seen lives come and go. Fresh blood has been a rarity.
How come?
Ye probably noticed that the lands are sparse with life. Crops are dying and people are stuck in Bournemouth. Ever since that filth took over the old Westmark grounds.
Stuck? If it's such a dreary place, why not just leave?
No, easier said than done. There are things out there, hunting the living. I reckon you've already met them. People do not dare to leave the town borders in fear of being taken by the corruption. The tree here protects the graveyard outside of Bournemouth from these things. The dolls.
He stretches his hand towards the dolls and looks at them with an endearing passion. Did you make these dolls?
My daughter.
Where is she?
Alive, I hope. She got out before the filth came.
Do you know anything about this?
Where did you get that? Who are you, really? I did not want to deal with you people.
Oh, boy! You really hit a nerve there.
Just stay away from my sim.
A windmill looms atop the hill.
This seems about...
Hello?
Hello there. My name is Herbert. I would like to speak to you about what's going on around here. Would you mind opening the door?
I would prefer to keep it shut, if you don't mind. It can't be too... How are you still alive? Travelers don't fare well in the...
Tell him about your kill count.
I have been in this business for quite some time. Although this corruption looks like nothing I have encountered so far. If I tread carefully, I feel we can get to the bottom of this. How is the windmill holding up? Are you okay?
Oh, it's fine. There's no need to mill it this time, so I'm just waiting for the pestilence to go away.
Are you hurt?
No, I think I'm okay. Getting a bit of cabin fever, though. Isolation is not ideal, but I will live.
Need any help?
Don't want to be...
Come on, how often do you get friendly Samaritans visiting here?
Well, I'm in need of food. There's only bread left, and it's moldy. I'm awfully hungry. Would you...
Can't offer you much on that front, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, here. Take this as a token of my appreciation.
Got to be going now. Stay safe.
May the Lord be with you.
The air feels stiff and smells funny the closer I get to the property. Life seems drained from all that was natural. Leaves are almost gray. No birds or insects can be heard, as if something has stolen the soul out of this place. Doors to the barn are wide open, so I enter with a sharp mind, ready for anything at this point. The interior looks just like a normal barn. Hay, tools and such, although no animals are present, and a queer smell fills the hall the further in I go. A shovel might be strange to carry around, but on the other hand, being in need of one is... Can't find anything of use. Can't find anything of use here. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Quite sure this will come to good use. Crops of corn look crusty and dry. This soil stinks of sulfur. Sulfur, what you usually use to fend off evil. But why here? It seems to encompass a long stretch of ground, but I have no time to investigate this further. I approach the farmhouse. building standing still and glooming in the shadows. A sign stands before the steps to the front porch. The humble abode of the Brooks family. Hello? Timothy? Are you home? Nothing noteworthy inside as far as I can see. This tree.
Are those crates?
Doubt they contain anything.
Come on, let's have a look.
Hallowed visit. I greet you within my humble crevice.
The old lady sits inside a hollowed-out tree. She has a blistered, moist skin and is mincing spices in her pestle. She lifts her gaze at me.
Are you two looking for anything in particular?
Does she know I exist?
Only thing I need in return is your precious fluid, or a hallowed donation.
The nasty hag takes a drop of blood from me and puts it in a pot next to her. The drop fizzles slightly as her lips perk up with a smile.
There we go.
Yes. Farewell.
The thick, misty atmosphere reeks of sulfur the closer I get. The estate itself, with all the greenery, seems withered away and covered in this crimson root. I approach the newly erected building. It looks as if they were in a hurry building it. The craftsmanship is sloppy, and it hasn't been withstanding the forces of nature too well. It has markings I think I've seen before, and that cross looks familiar.
Yes. Who might you be?
The clergyman's face is obscured by a wooden veil pattern inside a small hatch in the door. I am Herbert Westmark.
Yes. Am I supposed to be impressed or something?
What is it exactly you do on my property?
We are a humble group of devout believers who want a place to pray and to store many of our holy texts.
What is wrong with the library? Or the church, for that matter?
We aren't Christians if you can't tell off the symbols. We aren't exactly popular with the Bowmouth townsfolk. If you'll excuse me.
Let me in?
Not too popular here, are you?
This might lead us inside without being detected.
Better be careful so we don't get spotted.
Ha!
Could have been worse.
Oh,
Hey, you buffoon, be quiet.
God. No.
They must have been doing this for a while. Why do they all...
Dry? Sucked out of nutrients? Don't know if you want to know that.
Shh, hide!
Huh? You!
That was close, Herb. Maybe we should head back.
This cage is empty. Hello? Agnes? Shh, we need to be quiet. I can...
Behind you!
Take this!
The constant banging in my head tells me that something isn't right. It feels like I'm hungover after an all-night bender. But, alas, I'm in a moist atrium tied to a post. Ambrose? The presence of Ambrose is not there. Is he also not?
Herbert? Who is Ambrose? Are you all right?
I recognize you. Weren't you on the road and...
Ah, you're awake. You've been in our midst for quite some time now, haven't you, Herbert?
You address me as if you know me. Who are you?
Continue the preparations.
You people cannot do this. Can't you see that the place outside is rotting? It's time.
Yes, well, that is an unforeseen side effect of what we are trying to achieve. You see, we have retrieved this wondrous thing, thanks to you Westmarks. And everything I need to finish my work is in this book you so...
Haven't you been paying attention? Whatever you are doing to this creature...
Herbert Westmark, you are just like your grandfather. He never liked what we were doing, but this will change him. We are harvesting pus from this youngling. I've seen bigger ones before, but the substance is really potent nevertheless. This substance can heal any wounds.
Oh, you bastard.
Shh. I knew you would be impressed. This could fall into the wrong hands, and knowledge of such a thing could stop our...
How long has this been going on?
We have been looking for these eldritch beings for centuries. I've been around longer than I can remember. They appear when anomalies happen in our plane of existence.
So this Westmark estate incident?
Well, this particular situation was fabricated by us because I knew your father, the Gullible Man, would instigate the ritual needed to open a rift. These rifts are so unreliable, so you never know what you're gonna get. As much as I enjoy this subject, I must continue our work. Feeding time.
No, oh, please. I will do anything. I cooperated and you promised to spare us.
Wait! Stop this madness at once! No! God! No!
Don't worry, it's quite quick in what it does. We will save you for last. Come, let's go and prepare the nun.
Gosh, what's with all the screaming?
Ambrose, where on earth did you go?
Nowhere, unfortunately. Remember, I'm stuck to you. I just dozed off. But you seem to be in some deep trouble, friend.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle, aren't I? Never thought I would witness such ancient creatures. Ancient god, that is. Even though it's merely a hatchling.
Oh, so that's what the giant is...
I need to stop these crazy people from exploiting... Touching these should be avoided. I've seen what these roots can do, and it's not pretty. A table with a bunch of empty jars, and my family tome. there's not much that can help. A thick wooden door. An opening to the platform above. Can't reach it with my hands tied to my back, though. Old as time itself. Poor thing has been abused. No wonder it lashes out on the flora and fauna around us. Better leave it be for now.
So, now what?
Hey.
I am quite sure the red one doesn't speak.
Over here.
Hmm? Oh, Agnes!
Shh. They're looking for me. Here.
Thanks. You should go and warn the people in town about what's going on here.
Okay. Stay safe.
Good riddance. Now? Right. Now, we don't have much time. Any ideas?
Herbert, my old chap, I do have a wacky thought. It is.
You canker blossom, spit it.
All right. Look, we can't open the portal with the book itself. But if you hold them off long enough, I could try to possess that thing and see if I can get a portal opened through him with...
Really? You can...
Don't know yet. It's worth a try, though.
But you said...
It's more like a projection. I won't go...
The door won't open. Break it in.
Okay, do it. I'll hold...
Okay.
Get him!
cookie.